Have you ever wondered how the political landscape in Russia influences global politics? Well, buckle up, because we're about to embark on a fascinating journey through the intricate web of Russian politics. Our starting point is the historical context. The political framework of Russia is deeply rooted in its complex past. The dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991 signified a significant shift, paving the way for the Federal Assembly and the presidency, the two pillars of Russian political structure today. Now, let's talk about the major political parties. The United Russia Party, currently the dominant force, has been a significant player in shaping the country's policies. However, it's far from the only influential party. The Communist Party, the Liberal Democratic Party, and A Just Russia also play crucial roles in the political discourse. And who can overlook the role of the president? In Russia, the president is the head of state, wielding considerable power. The president's responsibilities include setting the direction of foreign policy, appointing the prime minister, and being the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. It's a role that brings with it a significant influence, both domestically and internationally. Our advanced AI system has distilled this information, offering a succinct summary. In essence, Russian politics is a complex tapestry, interwoven with threads of history, multiple political parties, and a powerful presidential role. It's this intricate blend of elements that shapes Russia's policies and, in turn, its impact on the global stage. While the Russian political landscape might seem daunting at first, understanding its intricacies is key to unraveling its global implications. And that's exactly what we're here to do. As we dive deeper, we'll examine how these elements play out in the international arena. So stay tuned as we delve into the fascinating world of Russian politics, uncovering its complexities, its controversies, and its far-reaching influences. Together, we'll explore how the political dynamics in Russia shape the world we live in today. How does Russia exert its influence on the world stage? This is a question that has puzzled analysts, politicians, and citizens alike for years. Unraveling the answer requires us to delve into the realms of foreign policy and economic strategy, two key arenas where Russia asserts its global presence. Russia's foreign policy is a complex tapestry woven out of historical allegiances, strategic partnerships, and geopolitical ambitions. It is a policy rooted in a desire to safeguard national interests while projecting influence. The country's approach often pivots between cooperation and competition, depending on the circumstances and the players involved. For instance, in some regions, Russia maintains relationships based on shared interests or mutual benefits. In others, it employs a more assertive stance, challenging the status quo and advocating for alternative worldviews. This multifaceted approach to foreign policy allows Russia to navigate the global stage with a certain degree of flexibility, adapting to changing dynamics and capitalizing on opportunities as they arise. But Russia's global influence isn't solely exerted through foreign policy. The country also wields significant economic power. Rich in natural resources like oil and gas, Russia commands a key role in the global energy market. It uses this role strategically at leveraging its resources to build alliances, negotiate deals, and influence global energy prices. In addition, Russia has been diversifying its economy, investing in sectors like technology and manufacturing. This diversification is not only boosting its domestic economy, but also expanding its global economic footprint. However, the country's economic strategies aren't without controversy. Critics argue that Russia uses its economic power to exert political influence, a practice that has raised concerns among some nations. To comprehend the full scope of Russia's global influence, we must understand these foreign policy maneuvers and economic strategies. They form the foundation of Russia's international relations, shaping its interactions with other nations and its position in the global order. Now that we've understood Russia's global footprint, what about the internal dynamics? Opening, what happens behind the Kremlin walls? Let's dive into the heart of Russia's political power. The Kremlin, a symbol of Russian strength and authority, houses a vast political machine that is as complex as it is intriguing. This machinery is the driving force behind Russia's domestic and international policies. To understand how policymaking works in Russia, we need to examine the power dynamics that exist within the Kremlin's walls. At the top of the hierarchy is the president, followed by the prime minister, the Federal Assembly, and the judiciary. However, it's not a simple top-down structure. The interplay of power among these entities significantly influences the policy-making process. The president holds significant power, but it's the interaction with the prime minister and the Federal Assembly that shapes the policies. These interactions are often characterized by negotiations, compromises, and sometimes clashes. It's this dynamic, often unseen, that forms the backbone of Russia's political decision-making. Russia's domestic policies are deeply rooted in its history and culture. They reflect a balance between maintaining stability and fostering growth. Economic and social policies are tailored to address the nation's unique challenges, from managing its vast resource wealth to addressing disparities in regional development. On the international front, Russia's policies are driven by a desire to safeguard its national interests and assert its position on the global stage. Its foreign policy is a testament to its strategic maneuvering, navigating the complex geopolitical landscape with a blend of diplomacy, economic influence, and military power. The AI analysis reveals a fascinating picture of the Russian political machine. It shows a system that is constantly evolving, where power dynamics shape policy decisions, and where those decisions reverberate on the global stage. Closing, having glimpsed inside the machine, let's explore the contentious issues surrounding Russian politics. What are the contentious issues in Russian politics that spark global debates? As we delve deeper into the heart of Russian politics, we encounter a myriad of controversies and criticisms that continually fuel global discourse. One of the most pressing issues is human rights. Russia, like any other nation, has had its share of challenges in this regard. From restrictions on freedom of speech to allegations of political repression, these issues have led to critical international scrutiny. But it's not all black and white. Some argue these measures are necessary for maintaining stability, while others see them as a threat to democratic principles. This dichotomy of opinions underscores the complexity of the human rights issue in Russia. Then, we have the ever-present geopolitical tensions. Russia's position on the global stage has often been marked by strained relations and conflicts with other nations. These tensions, whether they're about territorial disputes or international sanctions, not only create a dynamic narrative, but also affect the global political landscape. Again, perspectives vary. Some view Russia's actions as a form of assertiveness, while others interpret them as aggression. Furthermore, controversies also arise from the economic influence Russia wields. Its significant role in the world's energy sector, for instance, has been point of contention. Critics argue that Russia uses its energy resources as a political tool, while proponents see it as a legitimate exercise of national power. Our AI system has been instrumental in providing a balanced perspective on these issues. It collects and processes diverse viewpoints from experts, politicians, and citizens, presenting a comprehensive picture that goes beyond simple headlines. Indeed, Russian politics is a complex tapestry woven with controversies and criticisms. Its impact on the world stage is undeniable, and the debates it sparks are far from being silenced. Navigating through these contentious issues is a challenge, but it's a necessary one if we are to fully understand the nuances of Russian politics. These debates shape our understanding of Russian politics, but what are the key takeaways from this discussion? As we move forward, it's crucial to keep these controversies in mind as they form the backdrop to the intricate world of Russian politics. What can we take away from our exploration of Russian politics? Firstly, we have underscored the complexity of the Russian political landscape. From its historical origins to the present day, this vast country is a tapestry woven from a myriad of political parties and ideologies. The role of the president, while notably influential, is but a single thread in this intricate design. Secondly, we've investigated Russia's far-reaching global influence. Whether it's through foreign policy, economic sway, or geopolitical tensions, Russia is a key player on the world stage. And understanding that role is crucial for anyone interested in global affairs. We have also ventured inside the Russian political machine, examining its inner workings and structures. We've seen how power is distributed, how decisions are made, and how the gears of this machine grind on, shaping not just Russia, but the world. And of course, we've not shied away from the controversies and criticisms that surround Russian politics. Human rights, democratic processes, and international relations. These are contentious issues that evoke diverse opinions. We've presented these views not to sway you one way or the other, but to give you a comprehensive understanding of the discourse surrounding Russian politics. Our AI system has been instrumental in dissecting these themes, providing a nuanced perspective and breaking down complex concepts into digestible segments. It's helped us to maintain a balanced approach, presenting a wide array of opinions from experts to everyday citizens. The ultimate takeaway is this: Russian politics, like any other, is a complex entity that cannot be reduced to simple binaries. It's a living, evolving organism that impacts us all, directly or indirectly. Understanding it requires patience, open-mindedness, and a willingness to engage with differing viewpoints. As we continue to observe and engage with Russian politics, keep these insights in mind. Remember, an informed perspective is the first step towards meaningful dialogue.